This video is about the Candidate Self-Service Portal for Leaving Certificate Examinations and Accredited Grades 2021. It's very important that you watch this video as well as reading the guide. Throughout the video, we'll refer to other guides which you should also read if it relates to your situation. Phase 1 of the Candidate Self-Service Portal allowed you to create your account and make your preliminary choices in each of your subjects about written examinations and accredited grades for the 2021 Leaving Certificate. The Candidate Portal is open for candidates to review and confirm their level selection and their choices of examinations, accredited grades, or both for each subject in which they are entered. The portal is open from 12 noon, Tuesday 27th of April, until 6 p.m, Friday 30th of April. The choices you make at this time are extremely important. While you will be able to change your mind later on about whether you sit the examinations, the choices that you make at this time are your final choices for accredited grades, and you will not be able to make any changes after you make your final submission through the portal. In this video, we'll talk you through the importance of the choices you now have to make and discuss some other important information required before logging on to the portal. In this section, we'll discuss Leaving Certificate applied candidates, subject levels, selecting accredited grades, examinations or both, non-curricular language subjects, out-of-school learners and subjects. We'll then go on to discuss sources of support and assistance. And finally, we'll explain step by step how the process works once inside the portal. Before logging on to the portal, you should be aware of the following information. You must review, amend as necessary, and confirm final options of whether you want to sit the examinations, receive accredited grades or both on a subject-by-subject basis, as well as the levels for each subject. This is the final level at which accredited grades will be awarded to you. While you can now opt to sit an examination in a subject which you had opted out of, it is no longer possible to enter for any new subjects. It's possible to withdraw from a subject if you have decided that you no longer want to be assessed in that subject. Once you withdraw from a subject, it will not be possible to re-enter for this subject later, either for examinations or for accredited grades. All candidates must complete the process at this time. Even if your choices have not changed since Portal Phase 1 in March. This also applies to candidates who registered on the portal in March, but who did not make any selections. Candidates already entered for the 2021 Leaving Certificate who did not complete the portal registration process in March now have a final opportunity to register on the portal and make their subject selections. For those candidates, a step-by-step guide for how to register is available from the links included in the video description below. All Leaving Certificate applied Year 2 or 6th year candidates must decide whether they intend to sit examinations, receive accredited grades or both for individual subjects and tasks. Details of Leaving Certificate applied Year 1 or 5th year candidates are not set up on the candidate portal. The relevant details for Year 1 candidates are being collected through schools. Subject level choices. This is your final opportunity to indicate the level at which accredited grades will be awarded. The level which you select now in each subject will be your final level for the purposes of accredited grades. Please consider your choice of level in each subject very carefully. If you select a level higher than that which you have been studying, you may receive an estimated mark lower than that which you were expecting from your school. After the portal closes, the accredited grades levels will be locked in and cannot be changed by either candidates or schools. This is because teachers will have started to engage with the estimation process. If you're taking the examinations, you'll be able to change your subject level on the day of the examination in June. If you've opted for both examinations and accredited grades and you sit the examinations, you'll be credited with the better of the two results. All accredited grades will be calculated by reference to the final level selection made by you on the candidate self-service portal at this time. If you change level in a subject on the day of the examinations, and you've also opted for accredited grades, your examination result will be at a different level to your accredited grade in that subject. In such cases, the comparison of the better of your examination result and your accredited grade will be made by reference to established equivalences between higher, ordinary, and foundation levels so that you receive the result which is most advantageous to you. If you have applied to third level education, it's your responsibility to ensure that you meet any minimum entry requirements associated with your course choices. Selection of examinations, accredited grades, or both. For each subject, you must finalise your choice of sitting examinations, opting for accredited grades, or both. You're advised to give yourself as much choice as possible by keeping your options open in your subjects for as long as possible. However, some things have changed since Portal Phase 1, which you should consider. In opting for examinations, be mindful when making your choices in subjects which have multiple components, such as orals, practicals, and coursework. For example, if you did not sit the oral examination in a language subject, or the music practical performance test, or if you have not completed practical coursework in a subject and the completion date has passed, then it will only be possible for you to obtain a grade based on your performance in the written examination in these subjects. If you sit an examination and have not completed the related components, the marks for related components will be forfeit. If you have not completed the related components in these subjects and you know at this stage that you are not going to sit the examinations, please update your selections to reflect this. If you have completed a related assessment component but do not go on to take the written examination, this work may not be marked. Even if the component is marked, it will not be possible to use this mark as part of your accredited grade. Your accredited grade will be based solely on the estimation mark submitted for standardization as part of the accredited grades process. If you select examinations only in any of your subjects, you should be aware that an accredited grade will be available to you only as contingency later on, in the event that you cannot, for unforeseen reasons, sit the examination in June. However, if you sit the examinations in a subject and have not opted for an accredited grade, you'll be provided with the result of the examination only and will not have access to the accredited grade. There will be no alternative sitting of the 2021 Leaving Certificate. Irrespective of the choices made by individual candidates, accredited grades will be provided to any candidate unable to attend for any of their examinations for COVID-related reasons, due to other medical emergencies, or in the event of a bereavement. This is the case for an individual student or a group of students, or if there is a more significant disruption such as a school closure or a regional or national lockdown. Non-curricular language subjects. The Leaving Certificate non-curricular languages are as follows. Candidates taking these subjects will have the opportunity to be awarded an accredited grade in their subject by sitting a Department of Education organised proficiency assessment in their school on Saturday the 8th of May. Many of the candidates entered for these subjects did not opt for accredited grades in Portal Phase 1. If you're one of these candidates, you should take this opportunity to update your choice in the non-curricular language subject for which you are entered and opt in to receive an accredited grade. By now, you should have received an email setting out details of the specific arrangements for the proficiency assessment, a 90-minute assessment commencing at 2 p.m. on Saturday 8th of May 2021. If you choose not to complete the written language proficiency assessment, the only route to a grade in a non-curricular language is by taking the relevant examination in June. Out-of-school learners and students studying a subject outside of school. For the accredited grades process, further details concerning arrangements for these individuals can be found at the following link. Arrangement details have been provided to all schools and directly to external candidates. If you are in one of these categories of learners, or you think you might be, you should read the guidance documentation and ensure that you comply with all of the procedures so that you have the opportunity to be awarded an accredited grade. By now, if you are a candidate in one of these categories, you should have already completed an initial information form to provide preliminary information to your school or to the school at which you are sitting the examination, which will also act as your host school for accredited grades. While you may select the accredited grades option in each of your subjects, whether or not you can be provided with an accredited grade will ultimately depend on your engagement with the published procedures for these categories of learners. It's your responsibility to read, understand and comply with all of the requirements. Information for this cohort is regularly updated on gov.ie/leaving certificate. Warnings to candidates. Parents, guardians and candidates must not under any circumstances contact, either formally or informally, directly or indirectly, a teacher or other member of staff at any stage to discuss, or with a view to influencing the decision-making process relating to the estimated marks to be assigned to a candidate in any subject, or which may confer an undue advantage to a particular candidate. Legislation is in draft which provides for sanctions, specifically the withholding of the results of a subject or of the entire leaving certificate, to be imposed on candidates if they, or those acting on their behalf, are found to have engaged in inappropriate communications about the award of estimated marks. Similar penalties can be imposed on candidates where false or misleading information has been provided by them or on their behalf in the accredited grades process. Sources for support and assistance. If you need assistance with the portal, you can contact the SEC Candidate Portal Help Desk at 1800 111135 or 1800 111136. The Help Desk phone lines will be available between 12 noon and 6 p.m. on Tuesday 27th of April and between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. from Wednesday 28th of April through to Friday 30th of April. Outside of these hours, you can email candidateportal@examinations.ie. Before contacting the help desk, please ensure you have read the FAQs available from the written guide on gov.ie/leaving certificate, which may answer your question. General guidance on all aspects of the accredited grades process is available at www.gov.ie/leaving certificate. The Department of Education provides a dedicated phone line service for students, parents, school leaders, teachers, and other school personnel and tutors on the Accredited Grades Process 2021. This is available at the Department's COVID helpline on 057 932 4461, select option 2, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m, or by email to lcinfo@education.gov.ie. Step-by-step portal guide. Complete the steps that follow between 12 noon Tuesday 27th of April and 6 p.m. Friday 30th of April. If you are entered for the 2021 Leaving Certificate but are not already registered on the portal, please create your account now. See the links included in the video description below for further instructions on how to complete this process. This is the final opportunity to indicate the level at which accredited grades will be awarded, as after the portal closes, it will not be possible for either candidates or schools to change these levels. If you're already registered, follow the steps that I will outline now. Log into your account. Enter your examination number and the password you created during the registration process. Click the Login button. This will bring you to the Personal Details screen. On the Personal Details screen, you'll see your personal details as follows, which reflects the most up-to-date information the SEC has about you. Your name, examination number, and date of birth. If you're a school candidate, you'll be required to confirm if you're repeating your Leaving Certificate. External candidates already provided this information. Your school details. This will state the name of the school you're attending, or private college or other centre recognised by the SEC for holding examinations. It will also show the school roll number. If you're an independent candidate not attending school, this section will be blank. You cannot change your name or date of birth on the portal. If these details are incorrect, please advise your school to email the State Examinations Commission to correct these details. If you're an external candidate, examination number beginning with 18, and these details are incorrect, email candidateportal@examinations.ie with the correct details. Please click on the Click Here to Proceed button to bring you to the next page. The next page is different depending on whether you're a Leaving Certificate or Leaving Certificate Applied Year 2 candidate. Leaving Certificate candidates. Here, Leaving Certificate candidates need to review and confirm their subjects and levels. They also need to review and confirm their selections for accredited grades or examinations, or for both accredited grades and examinations. On this page, you'll see details of all the subjects and the levels for which you are entered for the Leaving Certificate 2021. This is the most up-to-date information we have about you, based on the information you have provided us to date. You should review the information presented very carefully before making your final selections. You'll be able to do the following by checking or unchecking the boxes, or selecting them from the drop-down menus as appropriate. For each subject, you must confirm your final choice of sitting the examination, receiving an accredited grade, or both. Change the level of your subjects. Withdraw from a subject in which you have been entered for the Leaving Certificate. For candidates entered for music at higher level, choose your elective if you have not done so. If you opt to sit the examination or the examinations, indicate if you require an Irish version of the paper for the written examination. If you're happy with the information presented, then do not make any changes to the checkboxes or the drop-down selections. However, you must still submit your final submissions. When you have made your final choices by completing the form, and before you hit the Submit button, you should carefully review the page to ensure it's correct. You will not be able to go back to alter your choices on the portal at this time. The subjects or levels selected for accredited grades cannot be changed after this. At the end of the page, you then tick the box confirming your choices and then click the Submit button. Once this has been done, you'll receive a confirmation page which you can print and save for your records. You'll also receive a copy of this confirmation page by email from the State Examinations Commission. This is all you need to do at this point. You're strongly advised to keep your account details securely, your examination number and the password you created, so you can access the portal when the results are made available. Other services provided through the candidate portal. A range of other candidate services for the 2021 Leaving Certificate will be provided through this portal later on. These include accessing your provisional results in the examinations, accredited grades, or the better of the two if you opt for both, accessing the details of the outcomes of examinations and/or accredited grades, including your grades and your marks in each subject. You'll also use it to apply to view examination scripts, to view your scripts in subjects that are being marked online this year, to make an appeal application, and to access your appeal results. For more information, go to gov.ie/Leaving Certificate.